I just think, we do try, we do care, don't we?
We do.
We're not.
We really do, but I'm not having to go at you but more younger people. So now when a murder happens, or a car accident or a death, like I had to go and knock on Anita Cobby's parents' door, 6 o'clock in the morning, and then face to face. That's the only way you got photos, the only way you got interviews. Now, like Lily James, it's good and bad. Don't get me wrong, because without harassing those parents, we had a photo of her and we didn't have to knock. But likewise, I think some journalists don't get to have the empathy you get. You don't have to. I mean, you shit yourself. Going, fuck. What am I? The Herald Sun used to call them intrusions, the death knock. And I think nowadays, being able to just rip something off Facebook, and especially some young journalists, you don't get to know the empathy. You don't get to have the fear of what I'm doing, and to convey that to our readers, you need face to face, which you got with the Abdallah the family there.
It's interesting. I remember turning up on that morning of the morning after the Abdallah children had been killed, and
there's 4, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was 4, and at Beddington Road, it's this long road, and it kind of goes up the hill, and all the media were down the bottom where the crash had happened. And up on the corner, at the time I arrived, because the morning TVs had been doing their crosses, and we knew 4 children were dead, and
I do. It's just
horrible. But up the top of this road, there was a group of adults. Anyway, one of them was Danny Abdallah, the father of these children, and all the TVs were looking at them and kind of a bit, standoffish. And I don't know why. I still don't know why I did it. I didn't know why I did it at the time, but there was just something where it was like, okay, this isn't the way to do things, right? It just kind of seemed like everyone was sitting there staring at this guy
who
lost his kids, and they were hugging him, and he was, from a distance, you kind of tell that he was approachable. And I actually said to Derek, who was working at the tally at the time, who's now one of our chief of staffs, I said to him, bugger this, mate. So I'm going to go ask him. And I just walked up and I said, Danny, I can't imagine what you're going through. I said, I'm so sorry for what's happened to you. I said, I'm not even going to try and pretend. I said, but everyone's standing down there. I said, if you want to say anything, come and tell me. I said, I'll get everyone together. We'll do it all as one. And that's it. You won't have to have people knocking on your door. Just
everyone's
different. The right thing, but
no.
But he went. He said yeah. He said give me 5 minutes, and I went down and I said, are you sure? He said yeah. I went down and said to all the guys, all the TV crew, said he's going to come down, and they went, what? I said, what do you mean? I said, we've just got to do it all as one, and said, let's just do it the right way.
And were you working for the Daily Mail then?
Yeah.
So why didn't you take him around the corner and say, no, he doesn't want to talk?
Wasn't the right thing to do.
No, and I'm trying to be light because but that is I'm telling you now, that's what the London Sun or somebody like that would have done.
The old days.
The old days, and good on you, seriously, for not trying to steal the story and for doing that.
But it was interesting too that he wanted to talk.
Yeah.
I had another father, and people think, how can you knock on people's doors? That's horrible. Yeah. Some people want to talk.
Yeah.
They want to have their children, their loved ones, whatever it may be, remembered in the right way.